Hey, collective. All right. So it looks like somebody is trying to recover from the boombastic side eye that you recently gave them. Um, and this could have even been at a distance. I don't know what it is that they did, but it's like you're not even taking any risk in terms of um it's like you're not gonna take on any risky burdens, especially if you can see them coming from a mile away. All right. They want you to overlook something. They want you to deny yourself of the truth in some way about something. And it's like you're listening to your inner voice. And because you're doing that, it's allowing your discernment to override any illusions that someone may be trying to like offer to you as like fact. Okay. And I feel like you've gotten to this place where no one can paint illusions for you. Like maybe I won't say it was easy for people to paint illusions for you in the past. Maybe it's just like you would see them and you would not take them at face value or something like that. But those days are gone. Like literally those days are gone. I keep seeing the same person wanting to come forward, and it's like they want to I think they want to get it's almost like they want to turn up and get upset, but they know that they would be completely out of line for doing that. But what they're upset about is the fact that you are no longer giving yourself to things, people, situations that just don't serve you. You're not overextending yourself anymore. You are not in a space of over giving just because you have this endless reservoir to pull from. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. And that's a space that you're in. And it's like, it's very powerful because um it's very excuse the phone, you guys. But my God, it's so loud. Sorry. Um, but it's like you're no longer given from that space. It's like the second that you see some shit like that happening, you are now going to be moving away from this faster. I said this before, where it's like now it's something about like you don't it's like you don't have time. You literally don't have time. I think before you've known that you don't have time to be playing games, but it's a little different when it hits differently for you, where it's just like there's no energy that you can offer. You don't even have the you don't even have the gumption to like want to do it, like um and that's I guess this person knows that they're kind of like on the outs because of that. You're kind of sitting pretty in this very attractive throne, like you are someone who is extremely attractive. You even being in this energy while this person doesn't like that because it puts them at, you know, it kind of puts them at odds with you, or it makes them feel like they are, not in your good graces, but it's still very attractive for you to have found the energy to pour back into yourself. Okay, like you're not gonna be in relationships that you're the only person that's pouring into a person and your cup does not get filled. All right, you're much wiser now. Now it still does feel like they have not quite come to the conclusions that they need to come to as far as like communicating. um and because of that, it just makes it so much easier for you to find your freedom. Excuse me. Pay attention to the things that you eat right now. It's like your chakras need your attention. I'm not seeing them unbalanced. I'm seeing them more so just like they're spinning nicely, but maybe just, you know, cleansing and energizing them. I'm seeing some of you may need like more citrus in your life in some way. So maybe like, squeezing some lemons, some limes in your water when you drink your water. Specifically, it's like something to do with citrus. Maybe you could have just like bought some citrus. I don't know. But like I said, you're just not in the mood to be. And also, it's like you're organizing your thoughts. You're organizing your feelings about things even too. So there's something about like you're not allowing anything to come in that would disrupt that. All right. Anything that would kind of like deter you off your path or to make you feel um unbalanced or anything that would make you feel like your intuition isn't strong. Something about that. I don't know. Let's see any other things. 'Cause I feel like this is going to be like a super short message. Again, this person is coming up as this victim. I don't know what you did or didn't say. It feels more so like you didn't say something, and that's what's like making this person feel like all put upon, like, oh, well, it's me. Like they're not calling me, so I'm not gonna call them. And it's like, ugh, like the reason why you're not calling them is because you just don't have a reason to. There's no reason to chase after a person who, and it's not even so much that they did something super wrong. It's a matter of like how this person reacted or acted in a certain way. And I feel like this is somebody who's emotionally immature, somebody who's just not on your level. Not to say that you're better than them. I'm just saying like you're more mature than they are used to dealing with. And you're not going to play into those emotions. You're not going to play into, running after a person, like trying to figure out what's wrong with them. Like, are you okay? Like, oh, I'm just calling to check in on you because we haven't, like, fuck all of that. Okay. If anything, I'm seeing more so that this person is the one who should be reaching out and being more um direct with their feelings if they have anything that they have strong feelings about that maybe whatever it was. When I say I'm so irritated, there is something about this being so minuscule and they're actually dragging it out, and all that's doing is making you kind of be turned off by them. That's what the boombastic side eye is about. It's like you are turned off by somebody who will try to waste time and not talking to you for whatever reason, like, or waste time by trying to get a reaction out of you. You're not that person. You've really never really been that person. You've been in situations where um, that may have been a past reaction. But whoever this person is, new, old, whatever, like, you're not doing that. So they're gonna fuck around and find out that you could actually live without talking to them ever again. And there's no shade in saying that either. It's like it's not even like you would do it out of um hate for them or trying to hold a grudge. It's just like you don't have time. You don't have time to be circling back to a person who clearly can't get it together, who would almost like they would rather stand their ground and lose precious time with you rather than make it right by just not allowing themselves to be consumed by their ego. Okay, because their ego is really doing a lot. You recognize also too, like, you have infinite possibilities. This free will, it's like something about free will. Something about free will. Hold on. You're not afraid also to do the things that feel more comfortable. I think sometimes too, in the past, you would maybe go after a person if there say there was like something that you were at odds with, right? You would go back to the person and kind of try to check in with them. And it's like you don't even feel the need to do that because it's like, what are you getting out of doing that? What are you getting out of coddling a person when you know you didn't do anything wrong? When you know actually the right move is for that person to come forward. Ugh. Okay. Um, they know also too that they're walking a fine line of losing you for good. And I don't know if they're trying to wait it out and hold this conversation that's supposed to be happening hostage, but they're going to find out that this is probably not the best thing to do because if there's anybody who could wait a situation out, it's you. You have a lot of patience and you know how to channel your patience and do other things that make sense as opposed to like sit on your laurels and kind of just like, you know, there's a difference between waiting something out and like being preoccupied with it and allowing your mind to kind of wrestle with the idea of like, oh, well, I'm gonna wait another day. And so like there's that, and then there's like you channeling that energy into something else. You working out, you eating right, praying, uh whatever it is that you do that's productive off to the side. Like this person is having a hard time preoccupying their mind with other things without thinking about you. You, on the other hand, are on the flip side of that. Okay. So that's what I see for that. I'm gonna leave this situation here because I am tired of them. This is kind of like similar to it's not the same exact message, but it's similar to what's going on, which tells me that they have not moved yet. That's why the energy hasn't shifted. So I'm trying to debate whether or not I should come back with another message later tonight or yeah, I probably will do that just to be nosy, just to see if like this motherfucker is smart or not. But if it doesn't, if it doesn't change, just know there's nothing that you're doing really wrong. It's like I see you being more just focused on other things. Like you are literally eating right, or that's what you are focusing on. Like, I don't know, some of you could be even doing like breathing exercises, meditating in some way. Like there's just uh these people, Lord, these people. All right, I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. Um, and some of you could be on vacation also, so that's wonderful for you guys. Stay focused on the things that are important. This person may not be on that list, and that's okay. In the meantime, they're going to be trying to recover, and that's just not something you need to be worried about. But if you were wondering, that is what's happening. They are trying to recover and trying to figure out a way towards you, a way back in, because they know that even with the time and the space that they have been away from you, or this silent treatment, that's what it is. Okay, they're trying to give somebody the silent treatment, and it's not working. It doesn't hit. like and they shouldn't play this game with you because if there's somebody who can do the silent treatment, it's you. And you'll do it in a productive way. You'll do it from a space that's not like, you know, really negative. It's just like whatever. I have other things to do. So I love you guys. I will see you in the next reading. Bye.